Okay, so welcome. My name is Rebecca Cahoon and I'm a certified professional weight loss coach, and I'm here today to talk to you about one of my favorite subjects, which is what do I have to cut out of my diet if I want to lose weight? And the reason that this subject is one of my favorites is because I personally am the type of person that likes to have, a treat now and again. And so I'm not a big fan of the diets that are out there that say, you have to follow this particular lifestyle and that's just where it's at. And, you basically have to cut out sugar or any other types of treats. I personally don't subscribe to it, and probably that's why I don't endorse it, but also I feel like it's more sustainable if you have a little bit of wiggle room. And so what I'm looking for, what I'm suggesting that you consider into your lifestyle is something similar. And that framework pretty much kind of goes something like this. What you want to do is have the day-to-day basics, eating for health and eating in a directed way. In a previous video, I was talking about kind of the structure of that, where, most of your meals have vegetables in them, you have some lean meats, some whole grains, basically what your diet needs for energy and for nutrition. But also in that, what I'm going to suggest to you is that you anticipate and account for a little bit of wiggle room, those days that you want a treat. And you don't necessarily need to plan them in there, because your cravings or your desire for those things are going to come at different times. You're going to have afternoons where you want a little bit of something, or you're going to have evenings where the neighbors come over and you want to go out. And so you want to have that flexibility. And so if you anticipate that, and you don't feel like you have to say, oh no, I can't have pie come Thanksgiving because it's just not on my diet plan, that doesn't create a really sustainable lifestyle. So what I love about giving you, the framework and giving you the options is that you can then decide, oh, well, I just took a bite of a candy bar and that took care of the craving for me. I really don't need the rest of it. Sometimes if you have it all cut out for you, you feel like you either have to eat it then or you can't eat it at all. And I think that takes away your power and your control, and that's exactly what we don't want. We want you to recognize there's going to be days where you want to eat the whole slice of pie, and that's okay. You're just going to have to compensate for it, on the counter side a little bit, in other places. But just the idea of not having to exclude anything and listening to your body is going to help you recognize that this is something that you can maintain and sustain as a lifestyle, and that it's not going to feel like torture for you. Now keep in mind, the key point to this and the key principle of success is that you recognize that this is a treat. It's a little bit of wiggle room every now and again. It's not something that you're going to be doing every meal type of a thing. But I think you'll find that once you're eating for nutrients and energy, you're not going to find that those cravings come up. And we'll talk about how to beat those cravings a little bit later on in the video series. But for right now, when they do come up, don't beat yourself up. Again, just recognize that that's something to anticipate and try a little bit. But just take it bite by bite and see, how much of it you actually need in order to make that craving go away or feel fulfilled. And once you add that little bit into your lifestyle or your eating plan for life, I think that you'll find it's much easier to stay on, and you won't feel like you're torturing yourself from day to day.